when working in the temple, in the kitchen, I had to definitely work collaboratively with others, and this includes the main relationship between myself and the other volunteers or the workers in the kitchen, which was the communication, also known as language. I had to speak Gujarati, which is the mother tongue of most people over there, and the number one language that is spoken in the kitchen itself and the temple. So when I was working with these people in the kitchen, I had to definitely communicate in a language which was sort of out of my comfort zone, but I definitely took up the challenge, and it was a way which I learned the language as well, more about it, and I gained my fluency in it. So language was a way that I worked collaboratively with others, and it was very funny because sometimes I didn't know some of the words, and the people over there are so sweet. They used to help me out, or they used to try and understand the English words that I was using. So we definitely had a lot of fun, and I do believe that learning is all about fun. So it was a good way that I could learn the language because we would communicate. I would communicate in both Gujarati and English with them, and they try to put the puzzle together and try to figure out what I'm trying to say. So the whole communication method and the whole language method and the way we communicated with each other was very funny and entertaining at the same time. So it was great fun. I made lots of friends through the language. And yet some of the times, especially in the beginning of the weeks, I never used to say much. I used to be a very shy person, just in the corner, rolling trying to make the flatbreads called rotis, or just silently serving people because I didn't know the language. So at the start, it was a bit hard, but as time went by, I think the language, because we have a common mother tongue and we have a common language that we do speak, it was very good, and it sort of tied us all together. Um, the more people there were many expertise over there, especially people who were workers over there who had been working for years. There's this one lady who's very sweet. She's come from India, and she had been working there for 3 years. She absolutely knew where everything was, where the potato peeler was, or where the dough maker was, or um, where all the masalas were, which are called spices, where all of them was, the rolling pins, and all the other utensils. So with her expertise, it was very nice, and I had to work with her because she knew exactly where everything was. And there were also other people who knew what they were doing, especially volunteers who had been coming and serving other people for years in this temple. Um, Thirdly, I had to catch up with the expertise, and I had to cooperate with them um, to make enough supply for the demand, and the number of rotis, or the number of other cuisines that were demanded. So I had to assist them, and I had to cooperate with them. Again, tying in with both language and the fact that they were the expertise and I was still learning. But as I think time went by, I knew what I was doing, and it was good. We were all cooperating with each other. Yet, when we were cooperating, or when we were engaging with certain activities, such as like making the cuisines, or frying some of the flatbreads called puris, I had to be polite to everyone there, especially because they were older than I was. They were more expert in their job. And when I came out of the kitchen where I had to serve, there was a whole line, and each person got assigned, excuse me, they got assigned as to what they were supposed to serve. For example, if I had to serve curd, or let's say some vegetable curry, or rotis itself, I had to be very polite to the people who were very hungry, definitely. And sometimes people who were hungry got really irritated, or just getting irritated by standing in the line. So I had to take in all of that, be polite, which I'm very good at, and I think people were they were happy with the outcome and the fact that I was engaging with them as well, and making sure that they got the food that they wanted to get, and that they enjoyed it and they thought it was tasty. Um, and I also had to hold my patience, again, because there were many people who came there to have lunch or dinner who were not as patient, who got very irritated, especially the old people who, came after a long time, or maybe certain professionals who just wanted to come for a quick visit before, let's say, an exam, or, a presentation at job or something, and they had to hurry up and they were getting irritated because they had to stand in the line. So I had to be very patient with them, and I had to my best of my abilities, I had to serve them with patience and with politeness. Um, Lastly, I did come across many different individuals and many, let's say, weird personalities sometimes, or sometimes they were very sweet, and they were caring, yet they did get irritated. So I came across many personalities, some who were irritated, some who actually liked my work, and who complimented the cuisine, saying, "Oh, oh dear, it was nice. Or thank you." Sometimes people would criticize, "Oh, these rotis are too fat," or "Oh, there's too much oil in this curry," or "Oh, the yogurt has too much salt in it," or something. And I would definitely try and take in all of that, and then I would share it with the expertise, and again, that works in the whole cooperative situation. So overall, I did have to work with other people, professionals, other volunteers in the temple, and therefore I had to work collaboratively with them to make sure that this demand of the people was met, and I enjoyed it very much. Thank you.